Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. You know, if you've ever navigated the home loan process, you already know it can feel a bit like drowning in a sea of paperwork, right? Actually, fun fact for you, the average mortgage application file can reach over 500 pages of documentation. Yeah, 500 pages. It's a massive, massive administrative hurdle. But today, we're going to demystify a really crucial piece of that giant puzzle. We are unpacking a source text detailing CPA mortgage verification letters. By breaking this down today, my goal is to give you total clarity on what these documents are, why they're so absolutely vital, and how they can literally transform your home buying experience from a stressful roadblock into a really smooth ride.
Okay, let's dive into this. Are you self-employed and seeking a home loan? I want to ask you this directly, right out of the gate, because this explainer is incredibly targeted. Look, the traditional home buying route has its own set of standard procedures, sure. But stepping into the mortgage arena as a self-employed individual, well, that changes the game entirely. The standard playbook just doesn't apply to you in the same way. So if you nodded yes to this question just now, you are in exactly the right place because the source material we're examining today speaks directly to your very unique situation.
Section 1. The Self-Employed Loan Hurdle. It's absolutely crucial to acknowledge right up front that the documentation challenges faced when applying for a mortgage are simply different for those who don't get a standard corporate paycheck. If you're a self-employed individual, a freelancer, or a business owner, your financial picture is uniquely yours. Actually, scratch that. It's more like a complex, dynamic puzzle to an outsider. You might be running a booming agency, freelancing as a highly sought-after consultant, or managing a growing local business, but you don't have that simple, uniform W-2 piece of paper to just hand over. Anyone who's ever tried to explain gig economy deductions to a relative knows the absolute headache of translating self-employed taxes, right? Well, traditional lenders face that exact same confusion. They often just don't know how to immediately process your dynamic income. You really need a specialized tool, a customized document to translate your very real financial success into a language that mortgage professionals actually understand. Section 2, Decoding the CPA Letter. To bridge that gap, you need a CPA letter. Simply put, a CPA letter for a home loan is a document that helps verify income, self-employment status, and financial stability for mortgage lenders and underwriters. Now, this isn't just a casual letter of recommendation from your accountant saying you're a good person. It serves as a highly specific, professional translation device. It takes your complex, multifaceted business reality and distills it all down into a clear, verified statement of fact that a financial institution can legally rely upon to make lending decisions. And this brilliantly illustrates the core of the issue. Underwriters aren't just looking for a vague sense of financial health. They need 3 exact pillars verified. Pillar 1 is income. They need to know what you actually make, down to the cent. Pillar 2 is self-employment status. They must verify that your business is real, active, and functioning exactly as you claim it is. And Pillar 3 is financial stability. Now, this is the big one. They need absolute assurance that your business isn't just surviving today, but has the rock-solid foundation to continue supporting a mortgage long into the future. It's high stakes here, because if even one of these pillars is shaky in the eyes of the bank, the whole process can come to a grinding, stressful halt. This verification is required by mortgage lenders and underwriters. They are the ultimate gatekeepers in this process. You see, an underwriter's entire job is to assess risk based on hard evidence. They cannot simply take your word for it, no matter how incredibly successful your business might be on paper. They absolutely need to see verified proof from a certified professional before they can even consider moving forward with your loan.
Section 3, the ignition tax solution.
When you're dealing with a massive transaction like a home loan, you definitely don't want to leave anything to chance. You need a confident, authoritative approach to your documentation. Our source points to providers like Ignition Tax, who supply these professional CPA home loan letters. They step right into the equation to fulfill this exact requirement. When the underwriters demand proof of those 3 pillars we just discussed, specialized entities like Ignition Tax authoritatively provide that professional verification on your behalf. They basically handle the heavy lifting. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is a fascinating piece of terminology used by Ignition Tax to describe this service: lender ready. They hinge this whole concept on 2 incredibly powerful words: accurate versus compliant. I want us to really think about those 2 concepts for a second. Accurate means the numbers reflect the absolute truth of your business finances. But compliant? That is the secret ingredient right there. It means those accurate numbers are formatted and presented in the exact legal and structural way that the mortgage industry requires. It's not enough to just be correct. You have to be compliant with the lender's rigid rulebook. When documentation is both accurate and compliant, it becomes truly lender-ready, totally eliminating the back-and-forth friction that usually stalls self-employed applications.
Section 4, faster home loan approvals. Let's move to and see how this builds a very clear timeline. Eliminating that friction leads directly to the ultimate payoff for you, the borrower. It's a journey. First, you obtain the professional CPA letter. Second, because that letter is accurate and compliant, it immediately serves as lender-ready documentation. And third, because the underwriters receive exactly what they need in the format they expect, you arrive at a smoother and faster approval. You can clearly see how each step actively triggers the next, creating a streamlined journey rather than a frustrating maze.
So, the crucial point is perfectly captured by the source text, which states this entire process is designed to support a smoother and faster home loan approval process. By utilizing a specialized CPA letter that speaks the underwriter's specific language, you are actively removing the friction. Think about it. Smoother means way less stress, fewer demanding phone calls from the bank, and less overall anxiety. And faster means you get the keys to your new home sooner. It's a win-win.
We have covered some incredible ground today, breaking down the specific, real-world hurdles freelancers and business owners face, and exactly how a targeted CPA letter provides the accurate, compliant verification that underwriters demand. So I want to leave you with this final, vital question to think about as we wrap up this explainer. Is your home loan documentation truly lender-ready? If you're self-employed, please don't wait for the underwriter to put your application on hold. Ensure your financial story is being told accurately, compliantly, and professionally. Thank you so much for joining me to decode this critical topic, and I'll see you in the next explainer.